Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got a little different for you. As some of you may know, I am a huge Game of Thrones fan, as probably everybody is, because it's one of the biggest TV shows of all time. I've watched it since the first episode when it aired originally on Sky Atlantic, ever since all the way through to now. So I thought I'd just do a recap as the final season goes on, episode by episode, give my thoughts, give my theories, and kind of what I like, what I didn't like. It's been a year and 7 months since the last episode of Game of Thrones aired, the last episode of season 7. We've had a huge wait. It's probably the most anticipated opening episode to a season of any show, probably maybe of all time. Maybe it's overdoing it, but it seems huge. So we are now back, episode 1, season 8, the final season of Game of Thrones. So how did it go? I thought it was a really good episode. Wasn't a lot of that in terms of sort of action set pieces happen in this one, very little at all. It was more just catching up, touching base, see where all our characters are. There was a lot of reunions and a lot of first meets, which was really interesting. Now obviously we're at the very end of the story. We're starting to see all these kind of story points come together and mingle. You had Jon's reunion with Arya, which I think was really, really good. You got Tyrion's meeting up with Sansa again, but the first time they've met since Joffrey's wedding, which was it was quite funny when she's like, it had its moments, which was quite funny. There's so many kind of reunions and meet points. It was just a really, really, really well written episode as well. I think to go straight in with some massive battle scene would have been good at the time, but it wouldn't have really given us much content. And you want to kind of have those characters build before we get to which is going to conclude obviously with the battle with the Night King and all that stuff. Some of the points of the episode where I think were a bit lacking. I thought Cersei was a bit underused. She kind of just popped up a little bit. She's got her army now, but she didn't really do a lot in this episode. I think her story will come towards the end of it. And the Jon Riding the Dragon, which I thought was at the time was really good. He had some sort of funny moments when he was kind of holding on for dear life, but I would have liked the first time he rode the dragon to be like in a sort of battle where he just spontaneously gets on it, tries it, and then soars, takes out a load of whites or whatever it is that he does. But him just having more of a sort of comedy element to it wasn't what I was expecting the first time Jon rode a dragon, although I thought it was good. The sort of main pivotal point of this episode is obviously Jon now's found out his true heritage. Sam tells him where he come from, obviously after his interaction with Daenerys, which I thought the guy who plays Samuel Tarly did really well in this, his sort of reaction. And obviously as she's telling him that she burnt his father alive, oh sorry, my brother's there, no he's dead as well. It was really nice. I thought his acting in that was really good. And then obviously his confession to Jon, who he is and what now Jon does with that information is going to be really intriguing. Does he go tell Daenerys, because obviously he said no, she's the queen, and he's like no, you are, and it's going to be really interesting because he's never wanted power, he's never wanted to be the ruler, he's always just been, he's fallen into it, or he's done it because it's the right thing to do at the time, where clearly he doesn't want to be ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, although he is the rightful heir. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with that information now. And then obviously the very, very last shot of the episode was the Jaime Lannister arriving in King's Landing with his first son of Bran Stark, who he hasn't seen since he pushed out of a window. So their interaction is going to be really good. Although he looked like Bran didn't seem to move the whole episode. Looks like just someone forgot. Now Hodor's not around and he's got no one to move him. People just forgot him. He kind of just left in the courtyard and he kind of interacted as people went past. He bumped into Sam. He was staring up at Tyrion. He saw Jaime at the very end. He didn't really seem to move the whole episode because someone would get him and just left him there. I thought that was kind of weird. So overall, it was a really, really good episode. Really enjoyed it. Really can't wait to see what's going to happen now for the rest of this season. I've got my theories to think what's going to happen. Some of this episode has kind of played into that. I'll see how the rest of the episode, see if it works out. I don't want to reveal it just yet because in case I'm completely wrong. But I got my theories, but so glad it's back. Really looking forward to episode number 2, which is out next week. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.